Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching the Jeff Crouere Show. In this episode, we're going to talk about this wacky green agenda that this administration is pushing. You know, they love solar. Solar panels are made in China. They loved wind. You know, the wind turbines are made in China. They love EVs. You know, where do the batteries come from? China. And now they're pushing these new emission standards to try to force Americans to buy electric vehicles and not buy fuel-powered vehicles. Here's the situation. About 6% of vehicles today are electric vehicles. They want to move that in 9 years to 2032 to 67%. That is ludicrous. Here are the problems with EVs. Of course, they cost a lot more. Americans are right now facing a tough economy. They can't afford all these extra costs for electric vehicles. Secondly, the range is not very good. You can go a lot further on gasoline-powered vehicles. How can you take a road trip when you have such a short range? And then, of course, you don't have enough recharging stations. And, of course, that's going to make any kind of a trip much longer. And, of course, if we have more and more vehicles they're going to be charging and using electric, that's going to put more of a strain on, guess what, our electric grid, which is already over capacity, already showing signs of strain. So we've got higher costs, we've got a shorter range, we've got the impracticability of dealing with all of these charging stations, and of course you've got what Americans still prefer, and that's gasoline-powered vehicles that cost less, that give people the ability to drive for a longer distance, and that have been part of the tradition of this country for many years. But the Biden administration is trying to really move manufacturers and American people toward electric vehicles. That's just going to empower China. That's going to put more of a strain on American consumers. And you know what? This is the kind of situation that is ludicrous because we should be energy dependent on no one. We've got the resources here. We should be energy independent. We should be using this as a way to grow our security, grow our dominance, help our financial situation, help our economy. But what did Biden do when he came into office? He shut down the Keystone Pipeline. He put restrictions on drilling. He's trying to move us away from gasoline, trying to move us away from fossil fuels. Of course, he hates coal. And all of this is what China's laughing about. Because what are they doing? They're building coal plants all the time. All these climate accords we've got to stick to. Guess what? China's got extra time. They don't need to abide by them for years later. So once again, we're putting ourselves at a disadvantage, making American consumers pay more. We're putting China in the driver's seat, leading to more questions about why Joe Biden and his administration are pushing this agenda. Their climate czar, John Kerry, is obsessed with this. He says this is the #1 problem in the world, climate change. In a poll I'm doing on my website, climate change comes in last. The American people are concerned about a lot of things, but climate change is not at the top of the list. This is something we need to fight back against. It's ludicrous. We've got to do things in this country which can allow our American consumer to have a better sense economically and our American industry to thrive, and that is fossil fuels. The Biden administration, once again, is pursuing something which is out of step with the American people. I'm Jeff Crouere. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow and subscribe to get more information. Go to crouere.net. You can learn everything about the shows and all our upcoming activities. Thank you so much for watching The Jeff Crouere Show. This segment is brought to you by The Patriot Shopper. This is all about folks buying American, buying local, buying products that are made in the good old USA, taking funds away from those big box stores where those monies go out of the country and to some Wall Street elites. Let's help our patriot business owners right here in America with good American products. Let's buy American and buy local right here in this country. Information is at thepatriotshopper.com. You can email at info@thepatriotshopper.com or call 718-869-9020. The Patriot Shopper. Folks, change the way you buy today.